before the world rushes, before alarms ring, before the noise of cities begins. The village wakes gently. The first light of the sun slowly touches the fields, spreading across the land like a warm blanket of gold. Mist floats quietly above the grass. The air is cool, calm, and filled with the soft whispers of nature. Roosters announce the morning, birds begin their daily songs, and somewhere in the distance, a cowbell softly echoes. A farmer steps out of his small home, stretching his arms to greet the day. He has done this every morning for years, maybe decades. The soil beneath his feet feels familiar. Every path, every tree, every field holds a memory. Nearby, a woman walks along a dusty path carrying a basket. The rising sun paints her shadow long across the ground. Children slowly wake up inside small homes made of brick and wood. Some prepare for school. Others run outside barefoot, chasing the early light. Smoke rises gently from kitchen fires as breakfast begins to cook. The smell of warm bread and tea spreads through the quiet air. There is no rush here, no traffic horns, no crowded trains. Just the rhythm of life moving in harmony with nature. The farmer walks toward the fields with his tools resting on his shoulder. Each step carries patience. Because here, the day is not measured by meetings or deadlines. It is measured by sunlight, soil, and seasons. The sun climbs higher now, lighting the green fields completely. Dewdrops sparkle like tiny diamonds on the leaves. Neighbors greet each other with warm smiles. Good morning. Two simple words, but here they mean something deeper. They mean community, they mean connection. In villages like this around the world, mornings begin the same way they have for generations. Slow, peaceful, honest. The sun continues its rise, and with it comes another day of simple, meaningful work. A day shaped by nature and lived close to the earth.
As the sun rises over the small city, life begins to move a little faster. The streets slowly fill with motion. Store owners unlock their doors, rolling metal shutters upward with a familiar rattling sound. Cafes switch on their lights, and the smell of fresh coffee drifts out onto the sidewalks. The sky glows orange and pink between buildings that are just tall enough to frame the morning. A cyclist pedals quietly down the street, passing rows of small shops. A delivery truck arrives early, unloading boxes for the day ahead. In the windows of apartments above the shops, lights flicker on one by one. People begin their routines. A young professional checks the time while tying their shoes. A student grabs a backpack and hurries down the stairs. The sidewalks become a gentle stream of movement. Not chaotic, but energetic. Cars begin to roll through intersections. Traffic lights blink from yellow to green as the city stretches awake. Neighbors greet each other outside coffee shops. Friends pause for a moment to talk before heading to work. A barista hands over a cup of steaming coffee, fuel for the busy hours ahead. Small cities hold a unique rhythm. They're not as quiet as villages, but not as overwhelming as giant cities. Here, people still recognize familiar faces. The baker knows the morning regulars. The newspaper stand owner greets commuters by name. The rising sun reflects softly on the windows of buildings lining the streets. The light moves slowly across sidewalks, across parked cars, across people starting their day. A bus arrives at the stop. Passengers step inside, some still waking up, others already checking messages on their phones. The pace continues to build. Bicycles pass pedestrians, cars merge into traffic, but the feeling is still human, still personal. This is a city growing with ambition. New businesses opening, students chasing education, families building futures. The sun climbs higher above the skyline now, fully illuminating the streets below. Morning has officially begun. The small city is awake, alive with possibility, and ready for whatever the day will bring.
In the world's largest cities, sunrise arrives differently. The sun still rises in the sky, but here, you rarely see it clearly. Towering skyscrapers stretch high into the air, blocking the horizon. Golden light squeezes through narrow gaps between buildings. It reflects off glass windows, turning entire towers into glowing mirrors. Down at street level, the day has already begun. Thousands of people move through intersections like flowing rivers. Commuters walk quickly across crosswalks, coffee cups in one hand, phones in the other. Taxi horns echo between the buildings. Buses roar forward as traffic thickens. The city is loud, fast, relentless. Clear mornings do not arrive quietly. They explode into motion. Subway trains rumble beneath the streets. Doors open. Crowds pour out, climbing stairs toward the surface. Escalators carry waves of commuters upward. Each person moving with purpose. Each person carrying a goal, a responsibility, a dream. A businessman walks quickly toward an office tower. A nurse finishes a night shift at the hospital. A delivery driver unloads packages before the streets become impossible to navigate. In the distance, construction cranes begin their work. Another building rising. Another symbol of ambition reaching toward the sky. But finding the sunrise itself, that's harder. Only small pieces of sunlight slip through the concrete canyon. Sometimes the sun reflects off 100 windows at once. Sometimes it disappears completely behind the skyline. And yet, despite the steel, glass, and endless motion, the sunrise still finds a way. It shines on busy intersections, on subway entrances, on people walking with determination toward their futures, lives moving at once. Millions of dreams starting another day. This is the rhythm of the major city. Fast, intense, relentless. But beneath the noise and motion, the same sun that warms the quiet village and lights the small city streets is still rising here too. A reminder that no matter how different our worlds may look, every day still begins the same way, with a sunrise and a new chance to begin again.